What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Sitting here waiting to get loaded. Um, Yesterday, right? Yesterday, I've been looking at my primary and my secondary air gauges, since I put the compressor on. And one of the things that I've noticed is that they've been like at 125, like riding at 125. And so, obviously, and this could be ignorance on my behalf, I've never like just paid attention to the gauges as it pertains to like even when I was with TMC, even when I went out to the oil field for that 1 year, even when I was driving for Pepsi, I never just like paid attention to the primary and secondary air pressure. I knew it was over 100, but I wasn't just watching it to see where it stayed at. But obviously, since I'm in my own thing now, I'm paying attention to everything because I want to jump on issues before they become bigger issues. So, but one of the things that I did notice is that prior to me changing over to this particular air compressor, is that my old one would stay at right at 100, like maybe top out at 105, or whatever the situation is. Driving, right? Now, obviously, when I'm sitting idling, it would have certain instances that it would get up to 120. It would purge and then it would settle back at 100. But this one has been stuck at 125. So I've been thinking like that's too high. Maybe it should be lower. So I was watching a video yesterday, and a guy was saying that his pressure was too high, and so he stated that his pressure was getting up in excess of 150 psi, and he was like he was springing leaks because a lot of the plastic connectors that connect the airlines together had just failed, and so he was getting all type of air leaks. So he had like a Cascadia, right? And so what's interesting about a Cascadia is, and I'm not gonna sit up here and try to act like I'm the component person, but just from the brief synopsis, right? You have the compressor, you have a governor, and then you have a air dryer. All of those are connected in unison. Now his Cascadia, his governor was connected directly to the air dryer. On my truck, the governor is connected directly into the compressor. So what he said was that when he changed his governor, it went back to regulating properly. It was no longer getting up to 150. So I was saying, well, mine ain't getting up to 150, but maybe I should look at changing the governor out. I mean, I got another compressor, so obviously sometimes when you get newer parts, you might as well just swap out, the components within it. That's why I was kind of thinking, even though I got the air dryer probably about 2.5, maybe 3 months ago, maybe I should get another air dryer, as well, instead of just switching out the purge valve, because obviously prior to getting the compressor, the dryer, or at least the purge valve, the diaphragm, as the mechanic said, had already failed. So and then when I got the purge valve replacement, it looked nothing. Well, it favored the purge valves that I saw on other trucks, but when I looked underneath the dryer itself, it was like a little ring or whatever like that. And so you get like some needle nose pliers and you clamp it together and pull it out. And then you can twist the purge valve out, drop it out, grease it up real good, put your gaskets on it, and stick it back up in there. Put your thing back on there. So I don't know. I've been thinking about just getting a whole nother dryer in that of itself. But anyway, getting back to the video. So I said, well, mine's not getting up to like 150. It's just sitting at like 125. No big deal. So yesterday I was coming down I-30. Yeah, I was coming down I-30, and I passed a truck. And I'm sure we all had this situation where you're looking to pass a truck. You're like, look, I can get past you running about 70, because I'm literally like right up on you. I couldn't get by him at 70. So I got up to about 75, 76, went by him. And so when I look back down at my primary and secondary, it was at 150 PSI, both of them. And I said, whoa. This, I don't think this is good. So I went over and I got some diesel, and I had a little bit more time to kill. And I said, well, let me go get the truck washed. I said, maybe that'll make it go back down. So I got the truck washed, got the diesel, whoop de woo like that. So I got back on the highway because I had about another 50 or 60 miles to go before I was going to stop for the night. And so it settled back in at 125. It hasn't got back up to 150 today. So I said, well, let me just change the governor, So I ordered a governor from Cat yesterday. So I said, well, I'll just switch that out, and the guy said that fixed his issue. So I said, maybe that'll fix mine. Maybe they'll regulate it better. And I'm thinking about just getting me another air dryer, all together or whatever like that. So that was that. But that was kind of weird. But like on the Cascadia air dryer, which I saw some of those, which was a replacement for like a Freightliner. And one of the things that I have to kind of take into consideration, because I get like all of my accessories and stuff from Rainey's. Like that's where I get my stuff from. And so a lot of times when I see like certain places when they sell components, even when I go to the Freightliner, I give them the 6-digit VIN on my truck, and they think that it's a Detroit series, but it's a Caterpillar engine. So a lot of times, obviously, I can't get a lot of stuff from them as far as like engine components, like anything else, like filters, all that stuff. I can get that from them, but they're not a Freightliner dealership that services like or keeps Cat parts and like in stock or whatever like that. So I saw a air dryer that Rainey's was selling that had the governor attached to the air dryer, and I said, well, I can't get that. But an air dryer that I saw that was for a Freightliner Century looks exactly like the air dryer that I have on my truck. So I said, well, it's odd. I don't have a Century. I don't know if I know that. Well, I can't say that, but the guys that I know that have Freightliner Century, they have Caterpillars in them. So I don't really know. But like I said, I'm probably just gonna change out all those, just change out those two components, and just be done with it. Because obviously the purge valve itself is like $50, and I can get like a air dryer for like $200 or something like that. So I'm like, it's a $50 part. Obviously, you're saving some money by getting it, but I just can't. I don't see how to change it. It looks nothing. It's one thing, that's when you start scratching your head when you go on YouTube and you're looking for guys that have videos on stuff that they changed, and then you look at it and you say, okay, I got it. And then you get to your stuff and you like, wait a minute, my stuff don't look nothing like the video that I just watched. So instead of just sitting up here trying to experiment with it and all that stuff like that, I'm just going to change the whole thing. It probably needs to be changed anyway, because when I'm watching Adept Ape, he changed out an air compressor, and he said one of the things that you probably could see when you twist out the cartridge or whatever it is, whatever. You'll probably see some oil underneath it, and that's what the mechanic said. So obviously, the cartridge needs to be changed. So probably just the whole thing. I'm just gonna change the whole thing out and start fresh. Get an oil change this week too. I went longer on this interval than I've ever gone. I'm over 20,000, but like I said, I put the synthetic oil in here, so it's supposed to last a little bit longer. And you shouldn't have to change it out the same intervals. But I'm probably gonna go back to the heavier weight this time around. So even though I saw some guys were saying that they wouldn't put anything, the T6 series is the best oil to put in the truck, don't put the T4. So I don't know. I might put this. I don't know. I might. It just depends. It's a little bit more obviously, but the thing about it is when you need to get replacement oil, when you go to the truck stops and stuff like that, keeping some oil in the truck with you. They don't have the fully synthetic in the truck stops. They just have like as far as the Rotella. I can't speak for the Delos series. I'm just talking about the Rotella. So I don't know. So that's the only issue that I run into with that. But anyway, man, I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. I'm trying to learn how to like record the video. So like if I'm working on something, using like the time lapse and editing and stuff like that. So when I'm working on something, I can like show it to y'all or whatever, get like a little podium and like kind of show y'all what's what I'm doing and stuff like that. So because every other weekend I'm doing something to the truck or whatever like that. So hopefully I can get some I can get that set up so I can show y'all me changing the dryer as well as the governor and stuff like that. And then I'll like obviously I'll show y'all the the new compressor and stuff like that. And then oh yeah, I gotta say this about PDI, right? I showed y'all my programmer tuner thing that I got from PDI. And so an issue that I ran into when I got it, in which I just chalked it up to say, well, it's a $2,500 product, so yeah, I'm sure y'all need a signature, right? So I ended up having to get it shipped to the local UPS store. I went by, signed for it, got it, right? So I told y'all on the other video that I was ordering the oil fill tube, right, to put on the front because I didn't get which I'll show y'all. Oh, this is my other tube bag. I'm gonna show y'all how the cat thing. I'll show y'all on a later video how it works or whatever like that. But I didn't get the chain. I just got the regular one, right? And I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I said, okay, well, this particular part is whatever, so they'll be able to ship it to the house, leave it on the porch, blah, blah, blah. So when I got the tracking number, it said the same thing. Requires an adult signature. And I'm like, is this the second PDI part that I've ordered that they want an adult signature? And so unlike the programmer, I wasn't able to ship it to the UPS store. I had to ship this to like the local Advanced Auto Parts because it's like it's a secure location for UPS because they use UPS, and obviously UPS doesn't ship on the weekend. FedEx ships on the weekend, which it would have been a no, it'd been no big deal or whatever. Could have got it on the weekend or whatever like that. My wife would have been home, but I would have been home. But they use UPS, so UPS doesn't ship over the weekend, I guess, until like holidays. So it required an adult signature. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So moving forward, like I said, I'm gonna order my exhaust manifold because technically that's the last thing that I can actually get from my engine from PDI. So I'm gonna make sure either I'm gonna be off or I'm just gonna go ahead and have them ship it to the UPS store or get it shipped to the Advanced Auto again because I'm just like, that's weird. I mean, I guess it's good because it's like at least you having someone signing for the package. People are going around stealing packages. So I guess from a security standpoint, I guess that's good, but it's also somewhat of an inconvenience at the same time, especially if y'all are not utilizing a shipper that delivers on the weekend or whatever like that. And I'm sure you could probably pay for the expedited shipping and but you get the gist of what I'm saying. But that's that. But anyway, man, like I said, I'm trying to get the videos, show y'all me, putting stuff on the truck because I know guys have this, have the truck and stuff like that. So, hopefully we can learn together. But anyway, so y'all be safe out there, man, and that's it. Peace.